On that note, have you had to deal with any venue merch cuts yet, whether it be with Holly,
Yeah,
Tristan, Bart? Yeah, how do you feel about
yeah.
that?
I have some strong opinions on that.
Hey, yeah,
I
hey,
mean,
this is the place. Listen, this is the place for for strong opinions. Give me them.
I feel like everyone else feels. I mean, I think I there's a time and a place for venue cuts for merch. If you, as a venue or as a festival, are gonna to load in my merch for me, if you're gonna sit there and count it in with me, if you're gonna sell it for me, and then you're gonna pack it up and then help me load it out, I think that that's completely valid. So at the end of the night, they'll come and ask you for your report, and they'll ask you to how much did you make off of hard, and you'll add it all together, and then they'll multiply it by 10%, and that's how much you have to pay them out. And same thing with soft. And I think there's a time and a place for it, but I don't think that when I'm the one that's loading it in, I'm the one that's ordering all the merch, or the band's the one that's ordering all the merch, and they're loading it all in, and they're tracking inventory, and they take that cut. And it's for what? To have my table in the to have a table out for me, you know? We're doing most of the work for it. And I guess the other side of the argument that everyone always makes is, well, we should just ask them for a cut of the bar deal, right?
Which is
Because
actually a very good argument. That's actually a
it
very
is.
good argument,
It's
because
a
it's,
very good
yeah,
argument. There's a time and a place for it. If you're gonna sit here and you're gonna have people who sell for me, if you're gonna sit like and you're gonna have like, because there are venues like that and there's festivals like that, the festival will sell for you, like they'll load it in, they'll do all that stuff for you. All you have to do is just count it in and sit there and count it in with them and count it out with them. I think it's feasible to take a cut for that because they're having to pay the people to do that, and I understand that. But when me as a merch manager or any merch manager is still selling the merch for the band, and then you're still taking that cut away from my business, essentially, like, I don't think that they would like it if it was the opposite way, you know?
yeah. It's kind of one of those things that, I feel like people didn't even know. Like, there's been a lot of artists recently. I mean, well, we haven't been as public about it because, we've been doing a lot of support shows and you can actually get away with it as a support act. But, Sonny's been pretty adamant about it. I know BJ from American Aquarium has been pretty adamant about it. And there's been a lot of people recently that have been like, hey, here's what's fucked up. And then so many people in the comment sections, it never like fails to blow my mind and say, I had no idea about this.
Merch,
And
yeah.
yeah, and it's fucking crazy, man. It's like, yeah. So, but I think that, I mean, maybe I'm being naive. Maybe, I don't know. But I think that this is one of those things that actually is probably going to see a lot of change a lot quicker in the industry.
I hope
Maybe
so.
I'm wrong,
I
you know.
I think if more people continue to stand up, like you were talking about BJ, he has that new koozie. I don't know if you saw it.
It says fuck your merch cuts.
Yep.
Yeah, that's badass. Yeah.
That's badass. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like he has all that new stuff. And I mean, I think I mean, him, like himself, is just, he's opening up so many people's eyes to it in such a public, like, way. And I hope that it will change a lot. I think that there's other ways we can go about this. I don't even think that this is needed, because this is a
Yeah.
part of my band. Like, this is a part of traveling with me. It's not like it's just something extra, right? Because like merch is a part of your band. It's a
Yeah.
part of the way that we run as a band. It's literally, I mean, if you think about it, it's the same as, oh, like, okay, I'm going to show up here. I have my monitor rig, I have this, and I have my merch. Like that is a part of my band, you know? It's not something that I'm just bringing out for fun, but I think that there is a lot of change that needs to happen, and I think it is going to happen sooner than later,
Yeah. It seems like one
for
of those
sure.
things that the venues are really starting to waive the cuts, especially with the people that um are being a lot more adamant about it. When the venue's kind of being put in the spotlight, like they're kind of, well, do we want people to, hate on us or not come to our concerts? I mean, I think that they realize that they're going to lose a lot more revenue through ticket sales because people are realizing that like a certain theater or club or something is like taking those cuts. So I don't know. Again, I don't know. Maybe I'm just too optimistic. I don't know, whatever, or naive. But I think that that's one of those things in the industry that's really going to change a lot quicker than
I hope so.
other things.
Yeah.
Because yeah, it's not even a it's on a scale. It's kind of politics, but at the end of it's music business politics. It's more of a niche, category of politics, but it's not as political as other things in the industry. And I think that folks are all on the side of like, this is just morally fucked up. I think every concert goer is in agreement that, when you go out there and you look at like the crowd, you're like, oh, these people might be like a liberal, or these people might be conservative, or, you have a big melting pot of people. But I think that every person standing out there is like, wait a minute, I'm watching Bart or American Aquarium or Sunny, and like I want to go buy their merch, and like it's not going to them. Like, what the fuck? I think every single person out there is like, what the fuck? This is messed up. So yeah, I think it's one of those things that is going to affect the venue come sooner or later. Very, very sooner, I think, because a lot more people are being, vocal
Yeah,
about
because
it.
I mean,
So
if you even think about it, off of a single shirt, we're only making a X amount percentage of profit anyways, right? The entire amount of the shirt, we're not making a profit off of all of it. We have to make back what we paid for the shirt in the first place. And so when they're taking 15% of that, like, I think that that's something that people don't really think about either, because they're like, oh, well, they're only taking 15%, but they're taking the 15% of the profit that we're making. They're not even
exactly. Yeah.
taking, like, they're not taking just 15%. They're taking
Right.
50% of our profit, because all of what we make every night is not our profit.
Right.
We're making back what we paid for the merch in the first
Well,
place.
and I don't think that people realize also like the part of that money. I mean, so when bands like Bart and Raglan and Sunny and American Aquarium all hire merch people or tour managers or people to help, like we need that merch to help pay for making up the margin between like what we're giving this person to come out on the road with us, if that makes sense. Like
Yeah.
we need, if you're out there with Bart, like he's hoping that you help him sell enough merch to make it. I hope this doesn't come across offensive. I mean this in the nicest way. Make it worth his while to like have a merch person out there. So and
No,
if they're
and
taking,
that's the way that the
yeah,
industry works. Yeah.
yeah.